What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we are going to be diving back into the Great League as Master League and Go Battle League will be ending this week on Friday, so we're going to start preparing for the Great League. Now, there was a recent update to moves, and Cherrim definitely got a boost when it comes to the Great League. It got Bullet Seed as a fast move, which will allow it to gain energy very, very quickly. On top of that, it also got Weather Ball as a charge move, and this thing can spam. Sunny form Cherrim can handle the Azumarill and Registeel core that we see a lot in the Great League. So today we're just going to bring it into some battles with Altaria and Lantern as well. Now, our Altaria is running Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, and Dragon Pulse. Our Lantern is running Spark, Hydro Pump, and Thunderbolt. And then Cherrim, like we said earlier, is running Bullet Seed, Weather Ball, and Solar Beam. Now, today we are facing off against Arrow, one of the best players in the world in the Sylph Arena. He's a fantastic battle, and we have Altaria lead versus Shiftry here. So this is a pretty good lead for us, but we do have to be careful that Foul Play could do quite a bit of damage. On top of that, has access to Leaf Blade and Hurricane, so we'll have to see what charge move it is. It is Hurricane, and that actually did quite a bit of damage. We see the swap into Azumarill, which is perfect for our Lantern right here. Lantern is going to be doing tons of damage to Azumarill. On top of that, it can wall that Ice Beam and Hydro Pump charge moves that we'll see from Azumarill, but you do need to watch out for Play Rough as it will be neutral. But Spark and Thunderbolt is going to do incredibly well at taking down the Azumarill here. So we're able to get off the Thunderbolt. No shield coming through from him. He definitely wants to try to get to another Hydro Pump, which is okay with me. I just want to try to farm down for energy, so we committed there and we were able to get it. Now we see the Shiftry coming back in, so we're going to go ahead and go for a Thunderbolt, hoping maybe I can get to 2 because he did just use a charge move. So hopefully we can get to a second one right here, which we do. This should definitely be drawing the shield, but our Spark is not going to be doing a lot of damage. So he's going to try to farm us down for a little bit more energy, and he goes for the Leaf Blade now. So we're going to go ahead and let this Leaf Blade go through. We still have our Altaria. On top of that, we still have Cherrim and 2 shields, so we're sitting pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and go into Altaria. We see the Registeel come in, and this is where Cherrim comes in. Look at how quick I'm already out of Weather Ball, guys. Bullet Seed is fantastic at charging energy, so we're going to go ahead and shield. We do need to watch out for the charge moves from Registeel, as Cherrim is a very glassy Pokemon. You guys are going to feel that if you guys decide to run it. But it can also put a ton of damage out very, very quickly. As you guys can see, we already have one, we have another, and we're going to be able to get to a third before he can get to a second charge move. So Weather Ball coming out, doing super effective damage against Registeel. Now he is getting to another charge move, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let the Cherrim, or we're going to use the shield actually. I thought I was going to let it go down, but we're just going to farm a little bit and then go for Weather Ball now. This should be forcing his shield. I don't imagine he'd save his shield for the Shiftry that has no health, so we do get the shield. We're going to go ahead and switch into Altaria. We're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. Again, his Shiftry has absolutely no health. So we're going to be able to finish off with Dragon Breath alone, and that is going to be a GG. Good first game. Now, Cherrim, like I said earlier, Cherrim's very glassy, guys. You got to watch out for that. It definitely needs a shield or two if you can use it. So we have Altaria versus Umbreon here. So pretty interesting matchup. If we had Dazzling Gleam, this would do really well for us. But the Umbreon is actually going to be very, very tanky against this Altaria. And hopefully we can get off some good Sky Attacks here to chip it away. But I'm going to look to actually switch because I want to try to bait out maybe a Grass-type Pokemon that he has in the back. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Sky Attack right here. I built up to the Dragon Pulse there, hoping he may think this could potentially be a Dazzling Gleam, but he doesn't shield. So he has another charge move coming through. Again, Umbreon has access to Snarl, which is the same energy charge rate as that Bullet Seed Cherrim. So he's going to be spamming very quickly. We go ahead and go into Lantern, and he's not switching out, which tells me that he may not have a Grass-type Pokemon, which is going to be pretty good for us. It means Lantern can probably put in some work against his team. So we're going to go ahead and let him get off the Foul Play. We're waiting to see if he decides to switch. He's not switching, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt right here. Thunderbolt will do some nice neutral damage versus this Umbreon, but definitely not enough to take it out. But he does decide to shield, which is okay for us. So we're going to go ahead and mirror the shield right here. I want to keep some health on my Lantern because the fact that he's not switching out tells me we could have a good play. Now, he does have Toxicroak come in, so we're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Pump right here. Now, he is getting off a Mud Bomb, and I'm going to go ahead and shield because I want to land this Hydro Pump. or get his final shield. Again, we still have Altaria with some loaded energy, which is going to do really well, and if we can take out the Toxicroak, which we don't, but now we can go back into Altaria, and we're going to be able to get to a Sky Attack before he can get to a Sludge Bomb. That was really key right there. But he still has a third Pokemon that we don't know about. His Umbreon is relatively low, but still has some loaded energy. We're going to see Defense Form Deoxys coming now, so this is not good for us. Defense Form Deoxys is very, very bulky. He's going to be able to farm us down completely for energy. So what I'm going to have to do here, get off the Sky Attack. Hopefully this can chip away. When we get Defense Form Deoxys at 50% HP, and then we're going to bring in the Lantern here. I'm going to force him to use his energy because Cherrim cannot take a lot of charge moves. So we're going to go ahead and try to go for the Thunderbolt. He may try to commit to the farm down, but he's going to go ahead and use his energy, which is perfect for us. And we're going to try to rely on Cherrim here to finish off the battle for us. So here we go, and this, you guys are going to see why Cherrim is so glassy. It definitely requires a shield to get its full capabilities out. Rock Slide coming through does a decent amount, and I'm expecting a swap, which he does. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Weather Ball here. I'm not sure how much damage this is going to do, but Umbreon is very bulky, and it doesn't do a lot. So we're going to have to go for a second one before he can get to a second charge move. So we are able to get to another Weather Ball here. This will be taking out the Umbreon, and then it's going to be a race to the charge move right here, but he does have Rock Slide already, and we may be able to survive. I'm not too sure. It's going to be very, very close, but the Rock Slide is able to take us out, so that is going to be a good second game right there. So far, kind of enjoying Cherrim. I really want to land a Solar Beam one of these games, so we'll have to see how Game 3 goes here. Now we have Altaria versus Togekiss. This is bad. Gotta bail out fast. We're going into Lantern now, and all three of my Pokemon are basically going to get absolutely destroyed by Charm, and he's deciding to stay in, which tells me, okay, maybe he has something weak to Lantern in the back, or he's just wanting to shield and chunk me down with Charm and then bail out and have loaded energy, which is what he did. Now he goes into the Cresselia, so we're going to go ahead and go for Thunderbolt here. Noticing that this Confusion is chunking me, but not a lot, I decided to go for Thunderbolt so I could get off 2. Again, right there, the Thunderbolt kind of cut off early, and I'm able to get to another Thunderbolt here. We weren't able to get an excellent on that first one, but now we're able to get an excellent on this one. We actually get Cresselia very low, which is ideal for us. We're going to need to come back in with Altaria, and we are going to have to shield because Cresselia does have access to Aurora Beam and Moonblast, which is going to be doing super effective damage to the Altaria. So we got to respect that, put up the shield, and hopefully we can farm enough energy so that we can get off a Sky Attack versus the Togekiss coming in. Now, Togekiss does have loaded energy. It's going to be Ancient Power, but Ancient Power is recently nerfed in terms of its damage, so it's not going to hurt. But it's still going to be enough with Charm, so we're going to have to go into Sky Attack here. Hopefully we get the second shield, and now we have to bail into Cherrim, and we're going to have to rely on that because this Altaria cannot stay in the fight. But I make a critical error there. I decide to stay in the fight thinking I could get to another Sky Attack. We cannot. I definitely should have bailed. Now, the Togekiss is going to be getting off a charge move here. We CMP tied right there. If we're actually able to get the Weather Ball off right there, we would have been able to take out the Togekiss before getting off the charge move here. So now we'll have to see what is in the back. Hopefully it's something we can beam, and it's not. It's a Medicham with Psycho Cut. So Psycho Cut is a very high energy gaining move. He's going to be able to get off this Psychic here. I was thinking maybe this is Ice Punch, but it's actually a Psychic, so that is going to be a good third game right there. I think I definitely should have gone into Cherrim so that he didn't have that extra energy, and we could have had a shield right there, so I think that was definitely my win condition, so I made a mistake there. Now we land a great lead on this one, Altaria versus Toxicroak. So this is pretty good for us. I'm expecting that he's going to try to bail on the Sky Attack. I don't see why he would want to stay in too long, and he does decide to bail, and it's a Registeel. So we're going to go ahead and go into our Cherrim again. Cherrim can absolutely eat through a Registeel, but Registeel is very bulky, so it doesn't have to shield if it doesn't want to, because it's not like it's a Solar Beam hitting it that's super effective. It's going to be a Weather Ball, so it's going to slowly chip away so they can decide when and if they want to shield. So we're going to go ahead and get off the Weather Ball. It does quite a bit of damage, and we're actually add another, And then we're going to go ahead and use our second Weather Ball here, hoping I can get to a third before he gets to another charge move right here. I definitely want to try to take it out so I don't have to use my second shield. But Registeel is amazing at gaining energy very quickly with that fast move of Lock On. So we're going to go ahead and put in the second shield. And this is kind of interesting territory because we have no shields, but he does have 2 shields as well. But he has a Toxicroak with half health and loaded energy, but we still have our Altaria. We are able to get a shield right there and able to get to another Weather Ball. This is why Cherrim can be so deadly, guys. It can spam very, very quickly, and you may not be prepared for it. And we get both shields as well. And we see the swap now into Toxicroak. Going to be doing Sludge Bomb. This will be doing super effective damage, take out our Cherrim, but now our Altaria can come in, farm some more energy because he just did his charge move. And then we're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack right here to finish off the Toxicroak. Now we'll have to see what he has in the back. And hopefully it's something our Lantern can beat. So we'll have to see here. Or maybe the Registeel comes back in. It is going to be Azumarill, which is great for us. So we're going to build up some energy. Go ahead and go into Lantern right now. Lantern, again, is a fantastic counter to Azumarill, especially if they don't have Play Rough. Most Azumarills will be running Hydro Pump Ice Beam, but it can run Play Rough. That is definitely a viable moveset on it, especially for the mirror matches. But Sparky Dolphin here can do a ton of damage with Spark and Thunderbolt, as you guys can see. Now, I'm expecting him to swap somewhat soon, which he does right here, into his Registeel. Registeel has access to that Flash Cannon Focus Blast, which is going to do quite a bit of damage, as we see right there with the Focus Blast. And he's going to try to farm us down, but we go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt right away. And this is actually going to come to a CMP tie here. Thankfully, since our Altaria has high attack, we're going to be able to win the CMP tie because we kept our loaded energy with Sky Attack. So we're going to be taking out the Azumarill right here, and that is going to be a good 4th game right there. So far having pretty fun. Definitely liking Cherrim spamming out those Weather Balls versus Registeel. It's so satisfying. So we're going to go ahead and move into the final battle of today. Let me know what you guys think about Cherrim. And Ferrothorn as well. We're going to be highlighting Ferrothorn on the channel here as well, because it is a fantastic grass-type Pokemon. It's a grass steel, so it's going to be resisting Dragon Breath while having access to Power Whip and Flash Cannon and Thunder as well, so you can be very versatile in your moveset. And it also has that Bullet Seed, that new updated fast move that gets high energy gain. Now we see a Power Whip come through, no shield on our side because we want to definitely conserve our shields, even though Flash Cannon is going to do quite a bit. So I'm fully expecting this to be a Flash Cannon, but I don't want to give up a shield this early in the match. It's not going to do too much to us. We can still survive, and I'm expecting the swap, which we see. And we see the Cresselia, and I just go into Cherrim. I've never simmed this matchup. We'll have to see how it is, and we're just going to go for the beam. He's got 1 shield. I'm going to have to shield myself. Again, we're weak to that ice, so Aurora Beam would do quite a bit. So we are going to have to shield, and we're going to go for the Solar Beam right here. Landing the first Solar Beam of the video. I definitely want to try to get some more matches in with Cherrim because it's so satisfying when you can land it. It does so much damage, and you get to it relatively quickly, and we are able to get to a Weather Ball quickly as well. So we're actually going to win this switch advantage right here. And he's actually able to shield, and then we're going to be able to get to another Weather Ball. So we got both of his shields, or one of his shields I should say, and then we're able to finish off the Cresselia because Cherrim can farm or gain energy so quickly with that Bullet Seed. Now we're going to see Ferrothorn come back in, and we're going to get off another Weather Ball, but he swaps perfectly into Whiscash, which is where I wish I would have saved my energy because we could have gotten to a Solar Beam. Now we're going to go ahead and go into Altaria. We're going to go for Sky Attack right here. I think I can get to 2 Sky Attacks because he doesn't have enough time to get to a Blizzard before I get to a second Sky Attack, so we're actually able to get to it. On top of that, our Dragon Breath damage as well does quite a bit against Whiscash. Even though Whiscash has access to Blizzard, if it can't get it off quickly enough, it's going to go down, and then our Altaria here is going to be able to... I think I can survive, so we're going to go ahead and shield. Yep, I decide to shield. And then we're going to be able to get to Sky Attack and finish off the Ferrothorn right there. So didn't actually have to use Lantern this game. Cherrim, again, as you guys saw there on the swap, got to Solar Beam and 2 Weather Balls and was able to take out Cresselia, which is incredibly bulky. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.